Global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to Global Happenings Today YouTube channel. Right now, there's a lot going on in Abuja, and the workers also, NLC TUC, have actually stopped the aviation, in fact, giving the aviation workers a directive to stop all flights to Owerri, Imo State. But apparently, the president or the presidency have decided to make a move very quickly to de-escalate the whole situation, as workers have manned entry points of the international airport and other places, causing a lot of gridlock and traffic. Right now, Nigerians are getting worried. But let's quickly run through the news. But before we do that, kindly subscribe to our channel by clicking on the right subscribe button. Beside it, you see a bell notification icon. Please go ahead, click on it to get notified as soon as you update our channel on YouTube. My colleague in the house, we're going to also look at this critically as it's taking a different tune. When the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu led the Nigerian government on Thursday deployed soldiers, police personnel, and operatives of the other security agencies to disperse members of the Nigerian Labour Congress (NLC) and Trade Union Congress (TUC) at the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport in Abuja. It was also learned that the NLC and TUC members had mobilized for a protest at the Abuja airport to enforce their directive to aviation workers to stop all flights to Owerri, Imo State. This followed the assault on the NLC president Joe Ajero last week by police personnel reportedly working for Governor Hope Uzodinma. In a statement issued last week, the NLC said Ajero was beaten and blindfolded immediately after he was arrested by security operatives. Now, the union said the phones and other personal belongings taken from Ajero had not been returned till date. The union members sang and chanted at the venue of the protest. One of the display banners read, and I quote, "We stand with the oppressed Imo State workers. An injury to one is an injury to all. Army and police have come to disperse us at Abuja airport," one of the protesters said some few minutes ago. "They have not started, but information is that we should be dispersed by force. All forces are here. The DSS, the Department of State Services, the police, the army, and even the civil defense are present in the protesting center," which happens to be the Nnamdi Azikiwe and all Azikiwe Airport and all other routes. You can see there's gridlock really. My colleague is in the house. This was one of the things I fear the most. I pray also that the security personnel would have wisdom
not to take
not
laws
to
into
take
their hands.
laws into their hands.
Exactly. Now, one of the things that bothered me when I saw these was doing it in Wike's hometown right now is quite dangerous, because we know that Wike is one person that always hates. He had even said he hates anything like challenge, But then we have to understand that Abuja does not belong to Wike. He's just a minister there, And one of the things I have also noticed is that most of them believe that this labor union or NLC push is in sync with some party, that they are working for some party. Some say it is PDP, some say it is Labour Party. But let's put the record straight here. These guys are not standing on the road or are not protesting because they have a free hour, free time, to do it. They're doing it because something is at stake here that must be addressed. If it is not addressed the right way, the ideal way, automatically we can't allow this country to be at rest. So, and just like you've rightly stated, I don't think that any sane military officer will, take laws into his hand. Already we know that a few days ago we remembered the NSAS protest. So nobody will want to go there and do anything like shooting. It's just to talk to them that whatever they do, they should do it with all amount of the decorum. They shouldn't cause any issues around, which is, what we are seeing is a peaceful protest, So
But if you ask me, I would say this doesn't concern Wiki directly. They did not say Wiki is the one that, although at some point,
this is his state, a kind
okay,
of, this is
but
his own state,
I'm
and it's going
sure,
to crumble economic activities
I'm
because there's no
sure
way they block that place that people who are into business will be passing that route and all of that. So somehow it will distort business activities, which will
that's exactly
clamp down
what they
on
want.
revenue.
That's exactly what they want. Because if they do it in a place that has no traffic or does not touch the politicians, they will
Yes,
just allow them, they're doing their thing.
exactly.
But this one is going to affect all politicians. Some persons are already insinuating that they're making this move, knowing fully well that the president is in Saudi African summit, representing Nigeria. And hopefully, if this protest continues like this today, tomorrow, and God knows when, it will debar the president from coming because there's a protest to stand down on the matter. But if you ask me personally, I feel that at this rate, we should even tread carefully. This is Nigerians here. It's not just some never do well standing on the streets. These are unions here represented.
As much as they have to do all of this, don't forget that the president is out of the country. Protest at this time is not too good because the military is still around, And we've
So
heard
when
that
is the protest too good?
we've heard that in previous administration where there was coup d'etat, it was when the president wasn't around. Though the president has been able to get enough people to, show him some allegiance and all of that. But I feel that at this time, where he's out of the country, he should be the first person, to call everyone to order. It doesn't take him anything to call, the NLC chairman personally and tell him what's going on. I'm not around. Can you just hold back? Or maybe meet with this person, meet with this person. Today shouldn't pass because if they allow this thing to continue for the next 2, 3, 4 days, the president is not also around. I don't know what will happen, but I think that the vice president and all other, top people closer to the president should come in and save the day.
Don't forget this same Ajero had actually complained that each time they keep having meetings with the federal government and they keep adjourning this same meeting here and there, taking them for a ride. So I guess to them, this is long overdue. Okay, they've had several meetings where they agreed they will do this, but eventually they delay in doing it. So it's a case of, okay, these guys have been taking us for granted. But personally, if you ask me, I think the government should look into this matter. Forget the fact that it's coming from Hope Uzodinma. This is APC, and they're bringing this to the doorstep of not just Wike now, but also to the presidency, seat of power. I think Wike here, I would say he shouldn't join issues with them, but Wike understands the power of unionism, I believe. Okay, because even in his time, he doesn't shut them down.
Yeah.
He has a way of playing around it, Is it money? Wiki doesn't lack money, so he has a way of always, pacifying them. These things need specification, and I think we can understand the dynamics. But I think he's also waiting for them to do their bidding. Okay. Then maybe when the thing escalates, we'll just call them, say, "What is the issue, guys? This is governance. It's not. There doesn't have to be a do or die affair. It's just a case of dialogue and negotiation." I think also they actually want Hope Uzodinma to learn a thing or two. Yeah. If you watch the likes of Oshomole, he was once a comrade. He knows these rules, and I'm sure they must have told him, "Say, guy, they need to run things like this. Yeah, you're in the executive arm now, but I was once a comrade. I understand this thing. We did street before. You can't be doing this thing because these are street guys. They may not understand the language you're using. Don't use that language because if you use that language, street boys need a hear word."
So for me, that's just the situation. Let's leave it there. Let's meet in our comment section and talk more on this.